Okay, so I'm gonna be so honest. I kind of want to waste my starter special on Royal Fest because I kind of want more legend rares, but I also kind of know it's not likely at all. Anyways, this is my new account. So, or not my new account, my main account. God, as if it wasn't complicated enough already, and I'm making it even more complicated. Okay, so the plan for today is to do something that I don't know if it's really necessary. I'm not doing the labyrinth. I'm actually going back to Catclaw Dojo. I've been told that people apparently struggle with rank up 10s and up. So, like, as much as I understand that, I don't think people really need help for 10s. Especially since it's literally one stage. It's one stage, and as long as you have good anti-relics, which maybe you'll have by the time you make it to this level, you should be able to do it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a way of doing it without using any of my Ubers and without using anything too late game. Like, I'm not using Trueform Earl, I'm not using Trueform ID, I'm not even going to use ID, and I'm not even going to use Legend Trueforms, mainly because you don't need them. Or at least I don't think you should need them. I'm going to go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say that you actually don't have any of the legends, or the UL legends, which means you might not have this guy Trueform. But I don't know. I don't know what to assume. I really don't know what to assume. And I can't set levels back, so I'm just gonna have to run with it. I heard that people imagine I use super feline. I heard that people actually struggle with this though. What do you do? Just slow, lame. I'm going to assume you don't have supercar. I'm going to assume you're underprepared as hell, but at least you have Rodeo Cat. And future, I'm going to assume that these are the two things you have. I'm not going to assume you have Royal Guard. I'm not going to assume you have Cone. And I'm just going to, yeah. And I mean, I'm not going to use any Ubers. So this is my lineup. This is, of course, Baja Blast, level 50. So, yes, this guy's level is a little off, but I'm already hindering myself as is. So, you know, okay. So if you're going to be using Modern, you're going to want a Research combo. Yippee! You know, and so I'm going to assume that you don't have a good research combo, except I'm also just going to not assume anything. I'm just going to use this because honestly, there's a lot of different things you can do for combos at this point, so I'm just going to assume you have some way of using a research combo, M specifically. This is going to be my lineup for my first attempt. I don't actually know if this will work. I don't actually know because this old stretch is going to be a metric pain. So maybe instead of Courier, I'll use Slapstick. Where's Slapstick? Slapstick. Yeah, Slapstick. I think that's what I'll do. And then, God, you have no idea how much I want to drop Grandmaster for Nala. But I'll try this, see if it works. Oh, wait, you're going to want Freeze Cannon for the old stretch. Since the old stretch is by far the hardest part about this stage, I'm going to go ahead and just use Freeze Cannon and Baja Blast in order to try and do it. So, obviously, I have higher levels than most people will by the time they're trying this stage, but I do think it's at least worth giving a try. Also, if you're wondering why my music in the background is so low, it's because, well, I can turn it up, and I want to turn it up, but I got copyright on fucking Bad Piggies the other day. And so, I'm going to do my part, I guess. I'm just going to go ahead and spawn Bahamut. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and spawn him. Because, like, this seems like a stage that can very easily be carried by Baja Blast. Like, and when I say very easily, I mean incredibly lots. Like, I think I mean, you can just kill the Loris right away. But now, the hard part. My bad. Fucked that up a little bit. That's fine, though, because Bahamut now dies. No, he doesn't, actually. Sorry, my Bahamut is level 50, so he's dying a lot slower than he probably should. But, like, you can use any sort of, like, you can use any sort of LD or wave on this, and you'll probably do just fine. Because, like, I'm gonna be so honest, this Ostrich can just be a solid, like, he can help you out a lot, actually. And then he's already dead, so now your Rodeos can actually start hitting Ostrich, I believe. Does he even... He outranges, right? Surely? Question mark? Does he not outrange Ostrich? Well, yes. If you have Slapstick, then that'll help this stage a lot. Because whether I like it or not, Slapstick actually helps a lot for the stage. I think I have a pretty decent Slapstick stat going. Like, Slapstick is very valuable. And remember, my Slapstick is only level 45 here, and not very talented. Like, I don't even have stat-based talents. The only talent I have is the, not a single one. I don't have I've never spent a single dime on the Slapstick talents. But yeah, so this is... Yeah, if you have Baja Blast and Slapstick, just research combo your future, use Rodeo, maybe. I don't even know if Rodeo helped all that much, I'm gonna be so honest. Just use the Ostrich, or abuse the Ostrich from behind the Old Horn. And then you can start, and then by that time you should have a big enough Slapstick stack to actually have, you know, a good amount of damage for that guy. So now I'm gonna move on to 11. And then I'll make rank up 12 its whole own, like, thing. I'll make that its own video. But rank up test 1. So by the time you're doing this stage, I'm going to assume that you're a little farther into the game and that you are willing to use Ubers, because this stage sucks ass. So this is the lineup I used last time. Did I never get your true form, buddy? Yeah, you know what? I'm never going to. Surely there's a better way for me to do this, right? Because Zionel's scary. I don't even remember how I did this. I'm gonna be so honest. I do not remember how I did this. I only want to use at max 1 Uber though, because if I'm wrong about that 1 Uber, then that'll be easier for you to replace than, let's say, 2 Ubers. I'm not going to assume that you have Kai, Max, Ultra Talented and stuff. I'm going to use somebody else as well. Let's see. I'm not gonna use Thunderjack either. I do want to use Holy Blast though. Honestly, a set's pretty replaceable while also being pretty good here, to my knowledge. So that'll be my 1 Uber, and then what else? What else do I need? Do you believe that? Maybe research combo. I think I'll do a research combo. I don't know why I have Bullet Train in here, but I'm just gonna do this for Shigong and Cadaver. Yet again, another research aim, and yes, that is technically a second Uber, but fuck it. This is just a relative, like, me explaining how to beat the stage rather than me showing you a full-blown tutorial, because I'm not going to show timings. I'm not going to show anything like that, because let's be real, I don't actually do timings. I just decide to do something. Oh yeah, Supercar. Why do I have Supercar in this lineup? I don't think Supercar is actually doing a whole lot, but it's kind of hard to make a lineup for zombies and Akus in the same thing. Maybe I should use Komuso. Komuso would actually be kind of sick here, I think. Maybe. I don't actually know. But I will go ahead and say this. What you do want to do is get double cash on this thing right up here. That's what you want to do in order to, have a advantage at the start. So there's a Zionel. I'm now realizing I don't have anything for the Aku Bear. Ain't that a problem? Huh. Well, use Supercar. I do love myself super. Oh shit, he one-shots. I did not think he would be one-shotting. That's fun. By the way, even though it's a misconception, it's actually quite the common misconception. A set does not have Zombie Killer. I am aware of the rumors, and no, they are not True. Suppose that. Can these Miss Devils stop? Okay, please, for the love of God, stop spawning Miss Devils. I need to be able to get a supercar for the bear. Okay. Okay. Oh, what? So, I wasn't expecting the Aku Bear to live that. I thought 2 supercars would be enough. Well, that's a problem. I genuinely thought 2 supercars would be enough. Like, I genuinely thought 2 supercars would be enough. No wonder I had an Uber for that. Okay, use an Uber for the Aku Bear, please. Do yourself the service of using something better than supercar. Maybe a full level. I don't know. I could have sworn it was going to one shot. So that's why I had originally Rageland, but I am going to use. No. Who do I want to use? Maybe I do want to use Brass Carrot. No. Who the fuck do I want to use? I actually don't know. I don't want to use Anubis here. That's for damn sure. You know what? No, because that's a fest. I don't want to use a fest. That's for damn sure. So maybe I can just be better. Smile. That's probably not a good way of leaving it. What about Satoru? What if I just use Satoru? I feel like Satoru can do some good work here. He's not gonna do tanking like a set would, but he can do something. And then I do like Supercar for the bear, right? I do like Supercar for the bear, but it's not exactly what you want to do. So I'm pretty sure you can just rush down the stage. That's just kind of hard to do without pumping a shit ton of Ubers into it. And plus, I want to get the double cash for the wife. So maybe if I like do this. Oh, but the fucking can miss, bro. See, the missed doubles are actually the worst part of the stage. Like, call me crazy? Oh wait, why am I not using cone? Oh yeah, but yeah, this is the power of Satoru right here. Like, come on, Satoru. And there you go. And now you can just rush it down. Like when I say the stage can be rushed down, it really is as simple as this. It doesn't take overcomplicating it. Did I get lucky with the fallen bear or the Aku Bear, sorry? Yes, but as long as you have a good way of killing the Aku Bear quickly, which doesn't take a lot to do, you'll be fine. Just rush the hell out of it. So now this one, you really want Behemoth Slayers. And clearly, I had more than enough of those. So, I'm going to drop Hana, Kazli, and Anubis. I'm going to do this without Ubers. I'm going to do that without you. I'm going to do it without Ubers. Hopefully, by the time you're in this part of the game, you have Earl True Form. I'm not even going to use him here because you don't need to. I don't think he's even that good here. But I'm just saying, by the time you get to this point of the game, hopefully you have him. Hopefully you've beaten UL. Because it's kind of unnecessary to be doing this before you beat UL. But if you want to do it before you beat UL, I guess I can provide alternatives. But I don't want to use Ubers, so... But they don't get Behemoth Slayer until... This is one of those things where it's really hard for me to decide what the hell I should do. But want to know what I will do is I will use Cone instead of Modern. Yo, Rapper. But yeah, Cone instead of Rapper. Instead of Rapper. What am I on? Okay, so... Is Mushroom even good here? I don't think Mushroom's good here. So I'm just going to do this. No, I'm going to use you too. And then I'm going to, again, use a research combo. Notice how I'm using research combos in every single one of these? Know the value in your research combos, bros. Know the values behind them. They can do a lot for you. I'm fairly certain this stage is just mostly courier spam, though. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm pretty sure most of it is just courier spam, and so in order to better show that, I'm just gonna use Nala as my only legend rare or legend special legend something. Nala will be my only one. Which I think Nala would probably still do fine without the true form, but a lot worse because the Behemoth Slayer comes with true form. So yeah, I get the money off the dojo with Kankan. Kankan's really good, but my Kankan's overleveled probably compared to yours, but whatever. You want slime, courier, dotted it. Yeah, that's all pretty obvious. You mainly want cone. Having cone for this stage will be really nice, and I'm sure you do have cone. I don't know how early people are getting cone nowadays. But surely you have cone. Like, you can probably drop Nala in this stage for like Biobone Bony Hazard, if you do not have the combos that you need. But like just spam the hell out of courier. Behemoth Slayer isn't technically a niche, so I'm pretty sure curse doesn't even matter for him. But just spam. Just spam courier, spam Kankan, spam slime. It's what their research combo is there for. You don't even need Baja Blast, I don't think. Like, you can just do this forever. Just do all of this forever. Courier will eventually prevail. Just maybe don't spam Heavy Cat CAT. That's a huge money cost. And maybe, honestly, you bring Bullet Train instead of Baja Blast. Because Baja Blast dies immediately to this guy, so you can just... However, the Tacky is now here. The Tacky is a considerable problem. So want to know what I'm going to do? Actually use Bahamut. And then, like I said, Bahamut kind of gets destroyed by the Behemoth, but at least he can kill the Tacky. You do not want to leave the Tacky alive for too long. That's the last thing you want to do. But it's kind of just a spam courier game. Welcome to Battle Cats in 2025. I am turning off the speed up just because I want to be able to promptly react just in case something does go wrong. I also want more time to be able to place things. I'm genuinely not worried about this stage. Like, I'm not. I'm just not. This is not a stage that I personally worry about. But yeah, Bullet Train would actually be good here because he can snipe the Doge Darks and stuff. So, I'm hoping that the Behemoth is somewhat low. I'm hoping. Oh wait, is he immune to wave? He is immune to wave. That, that will explain it. But yeah, if you don't have cone, I wouldn't even recommend trying the stage because modern is so much slower and so much less generally bulky that he just suffers. So definitely get cone if you want to do the stage. It's not the stage, however, is not harder than Kawano. So it's like, if you just can't beat Kawano, then sorry to say it, but you might not. I mean, you might be able to do the stage with modern. I'm pretty sure I literally beat it with modern, so I don't know why I'm saying this. But whatever. Should I go ahead and just spawn Nala? I don't want to spawn Nala because I wanted to make it more. I wanted to make this a more helpful, like, showing as to, like, beating this before UL, even though I have beaten UL, so it's kind of hard to fake that kind of thing. Oh yeah, this guy's immune to knockback. Yeah, that tracks. I might go ahead and try to just get another Bahamut in, because he's not explosion immune. I can tell you that much. but he does juggle Bahamut perfectly, so maybe just save the Bahamut for everybody else. You can also use Cyberpunk here. I should have thought about that, but you can, in fact, just use Cyberpunk here. I wish I'd thought of it sooner. Notice how the Golden Sunfish has, like, not done anything. it doesn't feel like the Golden Sunfish is a threat at all. Like, it literally doesn't feel like a threat. And now that guy's dead because Courier's busted. There you go. I didn't even use Nala, so... And I barely used Bahamut. So yeah, as long as you know how to kill the Tackies, just spam courier, cone, research combo, cyberpunk even. You'll be fine. It's not, these stages aren't that hard when it comes down to it, just a lot of people don't know how to make their own strategies, and so that leads to problems. But yeah, so I mean, maybe try some things out, you know, experiment a little, learn how to make your own lineup. But remember, I am over leveled for these stages probably. Like, I have a level 80 can. I have mostly level 50s on everything. You know, and then I also have the research M combo, so that might, you know, hurt you a little bit. But I mean, it's 11 star, right? It's Catclaw Championships rank 11. I don't know if you're doing that too early into UL, but what's a mission that I can claim? No mission? You have no idea how tempted I am. Not a single fucking clue. Why not? If you're here, you get the good old treat of me doing an 11 draw. Why not? Why not? NP. 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 Wait, no, that's Washu. I don't want Washu to be NP. What? No. I love Washu. Oh, W. I kind of want to stop at the even 40, but... Oh, shit. You know, I'm actually not mad about this. I love Princess Cat. And, like, you know, I'll 100% take that. I don't know why I got her out of everything, but... NP. Nice tits. Can I say that? Nice rack. Which one's better? Which one's a better phrase? Nice tits or nice rack? Ladies, which one would you be less offended by? Oh, what the... I don't know what I opened my Dropbox apparently. But yeah, so oh god, I got more Heavenly Tower to do. You know what? At some point soon, maybe throughout this weekend, I promise, I will work on maybe doing some Heavenly Tower and Infernal Tower, like quote unquote tutorials, right? Maybe I'll try to. But at the same time, my weekends tend to be pretty busy. But maybe not this weekend, so if you did enjoy, please do come back for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.